What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to a new video, Wizland with Wiz. Happy to be with you guys today. You already read the title, so you know what this video is going to be about. The reason I want to do the video is because I definitely struggle with this a lot. And to be honest with you guys, when it comes to focusing in one thing at a time, it's been pretty difficult for me. I did read a book called The One Thing, which I will go ahead and post on the screen so you can take a look at the book. But regardless to say, it is something that it has to be pretty much talked about, because nowadays we get distracted easily, and it has become very difficult for a lot of us to focus on one thing at a time. But once I started implementing this thing, I truly believe that that is one of the main reasons why I've been able to progress with my art in the last 2 years. Prior to the 2 years, prior to me starting a journey of me committing into art and just trying to evolve that and trying to become the best that I can on a daily basis with my art, I was doing a whole lot of things. But now, when I'm doing things, I solely actually just focus in that one thing. So prior to me doing this adjustment in my life, I was trying to do a whole bunch of things at once. For example, I was trying to do boxing, I was trying to do bodybuilding, I was trying to draw, I was trying to do soccer, I was trying to become a personal trainer, I was trying to do all these different things at once. And on top of that, I started a YouTube. So what I noticed is that while I was doing okay at all these different things, I was not kind of progressing fast enough. We all have only 24 hours in a day. I mean, you already sleep 8 hours a day usually. For the most part, give or take, we sleep about 8 hours. But to be honest, for me, it was very I was kind of using the excuse that I would get bored of things. That's why I wanted to do different things. But to be honest with you, that's kind of an excuse and a cop-out for you to actually go through the boring stages or whatever it is that you're trying to improve in. So for me, when it kind of triggered over the period of COVID, when my girlfriend, we actually was going to a park, and she talked to me about the aspect of focusing on my art. We were just going, we went to a workout at the park because at that moment I was trying to see if I can make it back in soccer. And for whatever reason, that conversation we had kind of triggered something inside of me that told me maybe you should focus in art. You should focus in how you can actually create something with art, not only because you're good at it in a sense, but also because there could be something in there that I'm not really pushing through, that I'm not really trying to kind of chase for whatever reason, or I'm not trying to get better at for whatever reason. So after that conversation, it kind of got me in the right path, and I, for one, I stopped a lot of things. I stopped the personal training. I stopped trying to do a fitness channel. I stopped doing a lot of things that at that moment I thought I wanted to do. I stopped playing soccer or taking as much time practicing to become a soccer player. So it kind of made me realize that you can only get good depending on how much time you put into something. One of the biggest things that I've heard from, as a reference point, if you guys know who Casey Neistat is, or if you don't know who he is, I'll go ahead and put a clip of his content.
All right, you can do 10 things to like the first degree, like this right here. And that's how well you'll do all 10 things. Or you can do one thing to the 10th degree right there. And look how much better you do that. So when it comes to focus, to put all of your energy into one thing is to do that one thing really well, to the best of your abilities, to take it all the way. And to scatter yourself means you're
a cinematographer that ended up creating his own YouTube channel and became a blogger, but he basically said that if you're putting effort in all these different things, you can only go up to a certain extent in those things, compared to you putting center and focus effort into one thing, which you can give 100% to. So, and that's very true. Like, you can only do so much, and you can only get so good at certain things if you're not putting the 100% effort. So you really don't know how good you can become if you're trying to be focused in all these different things, and you're basically being cut into pieces. And more so when we start, I don't know what it is, but I do think that it is a bigger issue when we start something, that we want to do all these different things. And I do believe that there's a place to kind of try things when you're starting off, so you can kind of see what you like. But after a particular period of time, I would say about 3 months, if you're trying all these different things and you're still trying it after 3 to 6 months, and you still don't see any success in any of them, I would say just go with the things that you enjoy, because it is going to be easier for you to create content, or it is going to be easier for you to get better within that thing over a period of time, compared to keep doing the same thing like for a long time. So if you keep doing or trying to get better at six things at a time, it's going to be way more difficult than trying to get better at one thing in a span of a year. So that's my main message for you today, guys, because I do think that it is very important for us to understand that if we're trying to get better, or whatever it is that we're trying to get better, you have to give your full attention, your full energy to that one thing, because somebody else is doing it, and somebody else, because they're doing it, are getting better quicker. They're getting better and smarter and understanding the whole concept of getting better in that one thing way faster than you. And I truly believe that we nowadays compete with other people. Even though you might not believe that you're competing against anyone else, you are competing in a sense, because if you're in a particular audience or niche, or whatever the case is, you have to see who's on that niche, and you got to put yourself in a way competing against them in a way that is healthy for you. Because if you're just going about your day and you're not thinking that there you have competition, you're not going to care about the amount of effort, of push that you're giving yourself, you know. Because if you think it's just you, if you think that it's you against you, yeah, you obviously competing with yourself on a daily basis, but also you have to be real, and you have to acknowledge the market. You have to see who's at the top, and also by you noticing and seeing who's at the top, you're gonna notice what they're doing, and it's a good opportunity to see what is actually popping off. But it doesn't mean you have to copy what they're doing, but you can understand why or how or what they're doing, so you can see where the audience is at and what they're kind of gravitating towards, so you can kind of get an idea and implement some of those things to your channel, or to your life, or to your career, or whatever the case might be. So yeah, guys, I hope you liked today's video. Hope you have a good day, and if you did watch the entire video, subscribe. More content like this will come out. See you on the next one. Take care.